again, everyone, and welcome to the Credit Bank Small Business Spotlight. As you already know, this channel is set up to put the spotlight and highlight inspiring business owners. We're going to learn their stories and share what drives their success. As you know, this episode is sponsored by Credit Bank, where you can get up to $500,000 in working capital with monthly payments and no collateral. That's right, I said that. As you know, I'm your host, Irv Cruz, and today I am joined by a very special guest. This is Mr. Lionel Chadwick. Lionel is a classically French-trained, Asia-raised chef turned hospitality entrepreneur behind the Black Cat List. This is a Nashville-based boutique firm that pairs ultra-high net worth clients with private chefs, estate management, and full-service catering for gatherings up to 1,000 guests. This man wears many, many hats. Lionel, welcome to the spotlight, my man. It's a pleasure to have you.
Happy to be here. So happy. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So let's start. Let's go all the way back. So, why did you start this business?
I started this business because I was working in corporate for so long, and I stopped cooking for people. I started working at a hospital, and what I loved about that was I was helping people. All I wanted to do my whole life was help people.
Wonderful.
And I started this business because I actually wanted to get back to cooking. My roots are in, classically trained cooking, and I wanted to get back into the rhythm of actually helping people with my food, because I was getting to the point where I was just managing. I was just managing people.
Right.
And so I started this business in Nashville because the opportunity was there. There was no market for a private chef service. It kind of just fell in my lap. It was, I saw the opportunity. I got the capital from a partner of mine that helped me launch this, and he believed in me enough. And so I set up a business model, a pro forma, and we went, all in, and yeah, here we are.
Yeah. So that's actually that leads me into that next question, because you said you got most people find some challenges obtaining the financing to launch their dream, their
I
vision.
definitely did have the challenges. So
Yeah, so share that with us.
yeah, okay. So in October, I decided to quit my corporate job, and I didn't have a lot of backing at the time. So I had to definitely figure out how to get capital during that time.
Right.
I ended up gaining one client who was it's a couple. They're very high end music producers in Nashville, and they were able to basically float me and have me cook for them in their events for the last 6 months. I won't say it's easy. It was easy, but I will say that I did everything I could to keep this dream alive. So when me and my partner, who so I almost took a job in North Carolina, and my partner was like, "No, nope, we're doing this."
Right.
Like, he said no, and I said, "Okay, well, I need to make sure that, like, I have stability, I have mortgage paid. I just need, like, basics paid."
Right.
And he said, "I got you. Like, we're doing this. We're doing it right, and I believe in this." And he was my sous chef in San Francisco. So we know that we work together well, and he knows that I take things pretty meticulous and serious.
Right.
And he believed in it, and he said, "You know what? I got the rest of it. Like, I got you. We got this." And that's kind of where we're at now. We have new clients in 4 cities, but it was very difficult at first.
Yeah, that's important to have. I mean, to have somebody that's so invested in your dream. Like, how'd you find this gentleman? Is it an old high school friend or
No,
old
it's
business
okay.
partner?
So how I run kitchens, and I've run kitchens on in different cities. I run kitchens where if I invest in people, people invest back in me.
Right.
I've always been that way. If I invest my time, if I invest all the resources and the knowledge that I know, the same way that I got trained, where people invested in me and they invested back, that's how I gain people to work for teams for me. And that's always been my biggest strength. I build teams because I invest in people and I do everything I can for them.
Right, right, and that's key. But it's also finding investing in the right people. So you got to find people that are really gonna just really adapt to the culture that
A
you want
hundred
to
percent.
establish in your business. So I gotta believe you're pretty happy with that, and you feel that you've assembled the right team that's going to help you get to that next level. That's pretty awesome. So early on, what did you do to market your business, to get your name out there, let people know who you are, what value you bring to the table, et cetera?
Yeah, so we market towards high net worth or ultra high net worth individuals. Um, so for instance, my partner, he was working in Miami, Puerto Rico, and San Francisco for families that have it's like next level high net worth, right? It's not just millionaires.
Right.
Like I currently am working for, top tier millionaires, but he was on the ultra high net worth side of things. So what we did is we marketed our skill set and basically showcased it in a market that is untapped. There is nothing like it in Nashville. So we had little competition. It was like low hanging fruit. And what we did is we just used our skill set humbly and um, let it out there. Who wants it? You know?
Yeah, yeah. Let them know, hey, I'm not only am I here to rock your palate,
Yeah.
but I'm here to offer you this white glove service that's unmatched.
100%. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So you got the business off the ground, you're marketing, you're getting your name out there. How did you land on the Food Network? Share that with us.
Oh, so I won Cutthroat Kitchen, season 5, episode 2. Um, I just tried out. They thought I was, I guess, charming enough to get on. And as soon as I got on, it was so we were in a room and it was like the three other chefs and we all met. Instantly, I knew it was over for them. I could just tell. Like I'm so competitive that I knew I was going to instantly beat them. And I know it may sound cocky, but I knew that I basically they said if I don't talk more trash to them because we were all kind of nice to each other. We liked each other,
Right, right.
And they said if you don't keep talking more trash, we won't air your episode, and no one will make money. So I said, game on, let's go.
So is that actually a thing? Like the whole trash talking? Like you can't do a little. I mean, you got to have a little bit of trash talking because that shows your confidence. You know what I mean?
I think it's to make it interesting for the network. I don't know if it was a thing. I know that's what they said. So I knew I wanted that money. Basically, I wanted to pay off my credit card bills.
Right.
I was young and I wanted to win. And if they say, you got to do a little trash talking, and it wasn't even bad trash talking. If you watch the episode, it was fun. It was all fun. But like, you know, I definitely I pushed everybody.
Yeah. So do you feel that that exposure helped, get you more business?
No, no, not at all. Um, in the chef world, at least in our business, that type of reality show is almost as meaningless as culinary school.
Mm.
What helped the business was the relations that we gained from word of mouth from the customers and the clients that we work with daily.
Oh, okay. So now let's bring it back to the food itself.
Okay.
Okay. How did an upbringing in Southeast Asia shape the flavors on your current menu?
Yeah, grew up in Singapore. My dad took us there when I was young, and we had a maid, a live-in maid, very common. Live-in maids were um, mostly Filipinos, and I was probably 11, 12-ish around that age. So during the summer, the our in-house maid would teach me how to cook. She would take me to the market. She would show us the different types of fruits, show me how to like see, the ripeness, the varieties and the cooking methods that in Southeast Asia was very common. And I latched onto it. I loved it. I loved the smells. I loved the fire. I loved basically everything that she showed me. And I kind of just like, fucking went all in with it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I
So
loved it.
launching this business, it has its challenges. It's launching any business for that matter. You're always going to run into some obstacles. So what would
Yes.
you say was your biggest obstacle, and share with us how you were able to overcome that obstacle?
Getting finances. Um, you know, Quitting your job early on and not having the capital to start with is definitely the biggest challenge, right? So getting getting support in the finance, because we know the product was good. We knew what we could do was good. It was getting the money um, to back what we needed for our product to succeed, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah,
So
that's the biggest challenge.
yeah, and it becomes more challenging when you're offering different value propositions to your business, because I understand you do uh, you know wedding production, you do cleaning and maintenance. So why pair culinary, cleaning,
Okay.
maintenance, and even private security, I read in your profile,
Yeah, so I'll break
under
it down.
one brand?
Okay, so I was working for a couple of families, and so was my partner. And our families basically have estate managers. Their estate managers, they have to reach out. Basically, the estate manager has to go and then find all of these things that the client wants. They want cleaning services, they want culinary, they
Right.
want private security. Um, so why not? In my mind, I was like, why not tie it all into one? Why would you want to go out to multiple different companies? Instead, we will be your estate manager and will provide all the services that you need. It makes no sense to what, like, why would you need to have multiple different services?
So how are you able to manage all that and still just kind of keep it together?
In what way? By manage, it's very simple to manage. So I manage because the cleaning services are through the companies that I've worked from.
Right.
I've built teams in trust with people in many cities. So I basically have built like a roster of people. Then it was just finding clients by advertising, finding clients by word of mouth. But the roster was of years of work with people that trust me.
Right. Yeah. So do you have any tips that you can give? Let me rephrase the question. Let's go back to food. What are the three levers that instantly lift profit margins for struggling restaurants? I'm sure our listeners would want to get your views on that.
Inventory, having a weekly inventory for sure. Having a weekly finance meeting and having a strong checkbook and accountability that has more than one person involved. But those three things: checkbook, inventory, and yeah, accountability.
Okay. So how long has the Black Cat list? Kind of like that name. How'd you come up with that name?
I have a black cat, and
Okay, it's that simple,
I,
right?
I thought it would be cool. So kind of the idea was that we want to be exclusive. Um, we're we're a subscription based application like no one can just get on the black hat list.
Hmm.
So we want we are different than any other service, and if you want to be on the list and get the exclusive services, you have to apply.
What's the criteria?
The criteria is definitely meeting the financial needs for our company.
Right.
Two, we have a creed that we have in place. They have to meet the same morals that we have,
Hmm.
which is basically respect, um, care, and we have our menus in place. They have to follow our menu structures. Um, but yeah, it's not, difficult. It's not like a super elite type of business. It is more um, we just want to make sure that what we do lines with what you want.
Wonderful. So the Black Cat list has been, and before I even say that, I got to tell you one of the reasons why the name intrigued me is because I'm a big fan of a show called The Blacklist. I don't know if
Oh,
you've
I love that
heard.
show.
It's a phenomenal show. I love it.
Yeah,
So
it's a
when I saw
great
the
show.
Black
Yeah,
Cat
yeah,
list,
yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, huh? Wow, that
Yeah,
sounds.
no. I love that show. I didn't even put two and two. But I do love that show. My mom is a huge fan.
Yeah.
Um, I honestly, it just one day I was just thinking of a name. So we were coming up with this company, and I knew we wanted to do it. And I was just looking at my cat. So she sleeps on my desk right here,
All right.
right
Okay.
behind like where my phone is now. And she sleeps there. And I just looked at her, and I was thinking like exclusiveness, black cat right in front of me, black cat list done.
And some of the most greatest ideas are born of just a simple observation. You know.
100%.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So the Black Cat list. You've been in business what, about 2 years?
2020.
Since 2020. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't know where I saw somewhere in the
No,
profile
we
this.
recently launched in Nashville this year.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, okay. So when you think back, share with us what you feel or what you think is your absolute, like greatest achievement, the thing that made you look at everything and go, I'm where I want to be, man, and I'm really, really happy about that, and it drives me even more.
Yeah, my greatest achievement is knowing that I can help people in and outside of the food industry. My greatest achievement is helping the ones around me that didn't have a chance to succeed by giving the knowledge that I know and the help that I have to them, because that's what people did for me. So that would be for sure my greatest achievement.
Yeah, that's paying it forward. That's
For
that's a
sure.
that's a wonderful thing. So, where do you see the business? Let's think a little short term. Where do you see the business in the next 2 years? Do you have any exciting growth plans?
Oh yeah.
Or yeah, talk to us about that.
Yeah, okay. Growth plans, we're looking at 900. We're looking at $980,000 in the first year. We're looking at 1.5 million in the second year. We're looking at 3.2 in the third year. And that's based off of the very basic minimal clients with our price structure. So that to us is very exciting. It could grow. So that's the basics. It could grow even more. I would say the high side, we could be looking at 5 million in the first year, 7 million in the second year, and 8 point something in the third year, based off the pro forma and the projection model.
Oh, okay. And as you know, to get to those levels, it has to happen in steps. Okay.
Correct.
So if you had the perfect resources and support in place, whether it's additional financing, more team members, an expansion of your knowledge of food and different flavors that are making its way into the mainstream, what would you change for your business, like immediately, like tomorrow, to take that first step towards those goals that you just mentioned?
So if I had more capital, what I would do is I would heavily market it in different areas more. Um, our product is sound. Our team roster is sound. The business model is sound. But if we had more capital, we'd be able to market into different areas. So for sure, it goes back to getting finance. If you get finance, and you have a solid product and you have a solid business model, you can expand faster.
Absolutely. Well, Lionel, I got to tell you, I was really, really excited to bring you on the show. Can't thank you enough for sharing with us about, all about the Black Cat list and how
Appreciate
it's
it.
actually making a difference in people's lives. So that's a wonderful thing that, gets me motivated too, because, you definitely know what your why is. And
Yeah.
that's what's going to be important. And that's what's going to, propel you to greater success in the future. For those that are watching us and listening and they want to follow you or connect with you, how would they do that?
Black Cat List, theblackcatlist.com.
Okay. But are you on social media, Facebook,
Yep.
LinkedIn?
LinkedIn, Instagram. We're heavily on Instagram. The website is under construction, so it's not clean yet. It's getting worked on, but yeah, the straight website, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'd say those three are the biggest platforms, and Shadow at theblackcatlist.com is my direct contact.
Wonderful. Well, Lionel, thank you so much once again for joining us and sharing your story. And to our listeners, if you've enjoyed this inspiring spotlight, be sure to tune in and subscribe for more. Once again, I'm your host, Irv Cruz, and we'll see you on the next Credit Bank Small
Thank
Business
you.
Spotlight. Lionel, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining us.
Irv.
This was
You're the
awesome.
best. You're
Yes, thank
awesome.
you, sir. All right. If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch another exciting episode.